Well, it's the weekly reset and it's time to do the means to an end quest again. So make your way to the Prismatic Recaster, or Stratocaster as I call it, to get the ball rolling with the mission. I'd also recommend that you pick up your bounties while you're here. Particularly one of them is going to be very easy to complete, and it's this one, Purge the Darkness Hive. I'll tell you about that in a moment when we get to the next step. Don't forget as well, pick up all the other stuff too. You've got another one which is the same as last week actually, which is Brilliant Display, which is about getting your supers sorted out, and then pick up all your dailies as well. Now, as we all know, the first step of this quest is to bugger off to Io, and this week we have to go to the Rupture, and we're going to do the Contact event. Now, once you get to Io, make sure you visit Ashamir and pick up his bounties so you can complete some of them while you're completing the Contact event. See, full of useful advice I am today. Right, so once you're in the Contact event, you know the score, kill them, pick up the blooms in each round to convert it to a heroic event, and then once at the end, you will get a different villain each week. This week, it's the Pyromaster, who's a rather large phalanx type taken chap. So what you need to do to kill him is they are blights that are spread around the place, and you need to destroy the blights in order to drop his shield so that you can inflict damage on him. And it took me 2 heroic event completions to get that next quest step finished with. Ooh, and one nice thing I'd like to point out, now I don't know if this is just going to start dropping more than normal, but during play of this Contact event, I had the catalyst drop for the World Line Zero sword. Now that was a treat, wasn't it? Mind you, I have heard it's a complete arse to complete, so I'll keep you posted on that one. Anyway, let's move on to the next step, which, as always, is Umbral Traces. And this week we've got the choice of doing a Nightfall Ordeal, Nightmare Hunts, or Crucible Control. Now the Nightmare Hunts do offer a nice big fat source of getting Umbral Traces, but I've actually decided to go and do the Nightfall Ordeal this time, and that's because of that Purge Darkness weekly bounty of the Hive, and the Nightfall this week is Strange Terrain in Hellas Basin, which is packed with Hive, so I got this bounty done pretty quickly. So before you go in there though to the ordeal, don't forget to go to Zavala, pick up your bounties for strikes because they all count in the Nightfall Ordeal, and then get yourself in there. And I was racking up quite a few Umbral Traces as I went, and by the time I'd completed the first run, I'd had 48% of my Umbral Traces completed. And there you go, you can see the Purge of Darkness one for the Hive being done as well, which is good for your Prismatic Stratocaster. So there we go, 48% done there. Now I did run it again, I don't know why I ran it again, but it was good fun. Oh, and also I got the emblem for that particular Nightfall as well, so that's pretty good. I was hoping for the Braytech Osprey rocket launcher to drop, which is why I did try it again actually, now that I remember, but it didn't, so I'm having trouble with that to complete my Wayfarer badge. Anyhow, I did also go and run a Nightmare Hunt. Now when I got to the Nightmare Hunt, I was on about 81%, something like that. And then once I got there, I got to about the 3rd room, and I'd completed the actual step itself. Nice and simple pimple. There we go. So that's what I'd recommend you do for the Umbral Traces. Now all that's left is for us to go and see Eris and Io in the Cradle and do the Interference mission. Now, this Interference mission is a reprise of week 1. I think we were all hoping the pyramid ships were going to be on Titan this week, but they haven't done it on Titan this week, so the pace has slowed somewhat. I know Iron Banana is running this week, but I really wish it had gone to Titan this week. It would have kept up some kind of momentum. Anyway, here we go to finish the Interference mission. As you can see there, I just had an Io bounty because, of course, all these missions are set on Io. So when you will first arrive in the Interference mission, you've got to kill the wizards, then you've got to make your way up the back here, and of course a big fat ogre will drop in the pool here, so dispatch him nice and quick, like I did here with my super. Oh, I love Chaos Reach, it's great! Then you've got, of course, a bit of shooting of Savathan's eye. Once you knock a 1/3 of the health off, you'll go to the next phase of the battle, which is in the Ascendant Realm. And this is a beautiful place. This is, again, the Court of Savathun. Now then, we've got 3 rituals in this room that need to be dispersed. and you disperse them, of course, by standing on them. You can do them in any particular order, but you can't do the middle one until the end, because as you can see there's an energy cage over it which stops you from getting into it. So once you disperse the ones on the left and on the right, you can do that last. These are quite a challenge, I found, actually. And also be careful when you're jumping on these massive swinging pendulums, because the ropes and the lanterns can knock you off and you'll die like that. So don't be complacent. So there we go. On this side here, you can see there's a wizard guarding each one. Dispatch them with the falling guillotine. What an amazing weapon. I really recommend you use it as much as possible with the whirlwind blade as well. It's bloody marvellous. A little bit of a heads up for you as well. When you return to the centre, it seems to get incredibly hectic with invisible minotaurs who want to rip your arse off and shove it down your mouth. So keep an eye out for them. Okay, here we are on the second ritual to disperse. Once that one's done, you've got to make your way back to the centre. You can see the cage has disappeared there. And once you get there, there's a massive phalanx who is unstoppable, an unstoppable champion, as they're known. But we're getting so powerful these days that all I would advise you do is just take them down with the sword as quickly as possible. Then once all John Boy's down, you're going to get rid of the third ritual, and you will see the final seal disappear there. And then we can make our way into Savathun's court. And then this great mission continues amazingly with another big scrap. We've got the scrap with the eye, which you shoot intermittently as you're destroying waves and waves of ads. The first set of ads comprises of phalanxes and things like that. Then the second wave comprises of a pair of wizards, or wizards if you're not an idiot, not like me. Dispatch them. And then this third and final wave is a massive invisible minotaur, who's a massive pain in the bum as well. So make sure you dispatch them, and also watch out for Savathun's little comets that come after you and kill you, little orbs of darkness. So once that bloke's gone, you just got to kill Savathun's eye and shoot it right in the eye, and that's it. Job done. And now we're off to go and see Eris. Don't forget to pick up your Umbral engram, but if you've done this all in one sitting, like me, you'll probably find you're completely full of Umbrals, which is great news when you go back to the Prismatic Stratocaster. And just a quick spoiler alert for you, if you don't want to hear what Eris says until you do the mission, I tune away now. Here she comes with her mysterious ways. And a strange wig.
This word denotes the moment before a change, the cusp, the brink. But it is a repetition of something that has already happened. A mistake from which no knowledge was gained. The collapse. Perhaps. Troubling.
I love these little pieces at the end, and of course you get some lore as well for you to peruse. It's really getting intriguing and exciting with all this darkness stuff, and there's some really weird theories flying around about Eris and Savathun too. In fact, I might make a video on it. And while we're all here, would you drop me a like if you did enjoy the video? That would be incredibly helpful and really useful for getting me seen on YouTube. And a subscribe as well would be marvellous. I hope you get loads of stuff from the Prismatic Recaster. It's like Christmas every week here in Destiny. I'm loving it. So much stuff. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again in another Time Sausages video very soon, I'm sure.